Human beings are sinners. What then? Are we Jews any better off? No, not at all. For we have already charged that all, both Jews and Greeks, are under sin. As it is written, none is righteous. No, not one. No one understands. No one seeks for God. All have turned aside. Together, they have become worthless. No one does good, not even one. Their throat is an open grave. They use their tongues to deceive. The venom of asps is under their lips. Their mouth is full of curses and bitterness. Their feet are swift to shred blood. In their paths are ruin and misery, and the way of peace they have known not. There is no fear of God before their eyes. Now we know that whatever the law says, it speaks to those who are under the law, so that every mouth may be stopped, and the whole world may be held accountable to God. For by works of the law, no human being will be justified in his sight, since through the law comes knowledge of sin. Romans chapter 3, verses 9 through to 20, the English Standard Version. The Apostle Paul seems to be making a very circular argument in the text for today, Romans chapter 3, verses 9 through to 20. He uses a list of quotations from the Old Testament scriptures to advance his argument made earlier. The Apostle Paul argues again that both Jews and Greeks alike are under sin. He makes the compelling point that there is none who does good, which is derived from Psalm number 14, verse 1. He also recalls statements from the Psalms and Isaiah to show the numerous ways persons have always used their bodies, throats, tongues, lips, feet, and eyes to engage in sin. He saved the most striking argument for the end, that no human being will be justified in God's sight by following the works of the law. The law can disclose humanity's sin, but has no saving powers. By repeating this argument and offering supporting details, the Apostle Paul wants to make it abundantly clear that justification in God's sight is not by works of the law, since no human being has the ability to keep the works of the law perfectly. Human beings are sinners by nature. While the self-righteous will give the impression that this is not the case, every last person misses the mark from time to time. Human beings choose to do what they know is wrong more often than not. However, there is a path to righteousness apart from the law, which is available to all who believe. Romans chapter 3, verse 22 explains, "The righteousness of God is given through faith in Jesus Christ for all who believe. For there is no distinction." Lord, thank you for salvation from sin, which comes through your Son, Jesus the Christ. Thanks also for giving Jesus the Christ as the example of the lifestyle you require all who believe to live. Please continue to help us to control our urge to sin. Amen. You have been listening to Morning Manna with Reverend Bonnie EBW Smith, Superintendent of the Moravian Church Antigua Conference and Minister of Christian Education. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. God bless you.